Welcome once again to another video for your predictions for the French Ligue 1. I hope you had a wonderful week last week and the results went your way and you cash it. So we're just going to get straight into it for this week, and our game week start on Friday this week, and we have Axia versus Lorient. Lorient, they've been doing well in the last couple of games. They've had some wins and I'm expecting them to continue to do well again here. And so therefore for this game I'm going to say both teams to score, and I'm expecting us to have over 1.5 goals for this game. Alright, heading back to main markets that is. And in terms of a double chance, I'd go with a double chance, either team to win and both to score, yes. In terms of predicted scoreline, I would say that we're going to have this one at 12, I believe. I think we're going to have this one. In terms of handicap system, I would go with, based on the form that they're in, I'll go with Lorient to take it by a goal in the handicap system if I were to play the fifth handicap system. To recap my predictions for Axia versus Lorient, I'm expecting both teams to score and I'm expecting over 1.5 goals. In terms of a double chance, I'd say either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-all, I believe. And in terms of the handicap system, I'll go with Lorient to win by a goal in the handicap system. Alright, so let's jump to our next game. Our next game is Montpellier versus Racing Strasbourg. Alright, Montpellier versus Racing Strasbourg. Here again, I'm expecting both teams to score. I'm expecting over 1.5 goals as well. And also, in terms of a double chance, I would go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for this one, I would say 1-all. In terms of the handicap system, I would go with I'll go with Montpellier to win by a goal. So again, my predictions for the Montpellier versus Strasbourg game, I'm expecting both teams to score. I'm expecting over 1.5 goal. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. My predicted scoreline for this game is 1-all. And also, in terms of a handicap system, I'd go with Montpellier to win by a goal on the handicap system. So those are my predictions for the Montpellier versus Strasbourg game, Montpellier being the home team. Alright, we're moving on to our next game, which is Lille versus Toulouse. And here I'm expecting Lille to take care of business versus Toulouse. Might not be easy, but I'm expecting them to do so. So I'm expecting Lille to win here. And in terms of a double chance, let me just give you the score first. My predicted scoreline for this game is that Lille to win by 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'd go with Lille to win by a goal. Alright, number of goals, I'll go with over 1.5. So again, recapping my predictions for the Lille versus Toulouse game, I'm expecting Lille to win this one. And in terms of a scoreline, I'd say Lille to win by 2-0. Handicap system, I'll go with Lille to win by a goal. And I'm also expecting over 1.5 goals for this game. So those were the predictions for the Lille versus Toulouse game. Moving on to our next game, which is Monaco versus Reims. Monaco will be visiting Stade Reims, and so therefore Monaco also playing in Europe. This one might be a drag. It might end up in a draw, to be honest with you, because these teams playing in Europe sometimes it does have some effect on the weekend games, and the results just go the way that you never saw them going. But that's what happens. Yeah. In terms of number of goals for this game, I'm going to say we're going to have under 3.5. And for me, I'm looking at a possible scoreline of Monaco squeezing through by a goal. Otherwise, might be 2 goals. Let me get you here on the handicap system. The handicap system can work out really well for you. Yeah. Alright, and so also we have a double chance here. You can have either team to win and under 3.5 goals. I'll go with that as well. Handicap system, Monaco to win by a goal. Alright, so recapping my predictions for the Stade Reims versus Monaco game, I'm expecting under 3.5 goals for this game. In my predicted scoreline is 1-0 in favor of Monaco. And in terms of a double chance, I'd say either team to win and under 3.5 goals. And on the handicap system, I'll go with Monaco to win by a goal. Those are predictions for the Monaco versus Stade in this game. Moving on to the next game, which is Brest versus Ajaccio. And for this one, I'm expecting Brest to take care of business. Alright. In terms of a double chance, I would... No, let me just give my score first. My score for this game, I'm expecting Brest to win. And so therefore, my predicted score for this game, I see I have Brest winning this one by 3-1. In terms of a handicap system, I would go with Brest to win by a goal. In terms of a double chance, I would say either team to win and under 4.5 goals. Alright? I'm expecting over 1.5 goals as well. So again, my predictions for the Brest versus Ajaccio game, I'm expecting Brest to win. My predicted scoreline is 3-1 in favor of Brest. On the handicap system, I'll go with Brest to win by a goal. In terms of a double chance, I'd say either team to win and under 4.5. And also, I would go for over 1.5 goals in this game as well. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into our next game, which is Clermont versus Troyes. I don't think I pronounced that word incorrectly. Might be the English pronunciation is not Troyes in French. Alright, so Clermont versus Troyes, whatever the word is. Sorry, Troyes fans. My humblest apologies. I don't know French. Can't speak French. Let's get back to the predictions, alright? Alright then, for this one, I'm expecting Clermont to take care of business here. And I'm expecting over 1.5 goals as well. In terms of predicted scoreline, I would go with here Clermont versus I would go with Clermont to win this one by 2 goals. In terms of a double chance, I would go with either team to win and under 3.5. In terms of handicap system, I'll go with Clermont to win by a goal. So again, my predictions for the Clermont versus Troyes game, I know it's not Troyes. Sorry. Clermont to win. I'm expecting over 1.5 goals. In terms of a predicted scoreline, I'd say 2-0 in favor of Clermont. And in terms of a double chance, I'd say Clermont or Troyes to win an under 3.5. Also on the handicap system, I'll go for Clermont to win by a goal. Alright, so those are the predictions for the Clermont versus Troyes game. Let's move on to the next game, which is Marseille versus Rennes. Alright, Marseille versus Rennes. Marseille being in Europe this week. This could be an interesting matchup. In terms of number of goals for this game, I'm expecting under 3.5. In terms of a double chance, I would say either team to win and both score. Predicted scoreline for this game, I am going to go with 2-1 in favor of Marseille. Maybe I just have this funny feeling that this game might end in a draw. Yeah? On the handicap system, I would go with Matchday to win by a goal also. To recap in my predictions for Matchday versus Rennes, I'm expecting this game to have under 3.5 goals. Double chance, either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Marseille. And also on the handicap system, I'll go with Marseille to win by a goal. I'm going to jump straight to the next game, which is Nice versus Angers. Nice versus Angers. My predictions for Nice versus Angers game. Nice being the home team, I'm expecting Nice to do well here. Nice should take care of business. Angers have found some form in recent times. They've done well in the past 2 games. They're managing themselves well. And so therefore I'm going to start with a number of goals since they have been playing defensively. They have been doing a really good job. And I see we're going to have under 3.5 here. Goals for this match. Back to the main bet. In terms of a double chance, I would say either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for this game for me, I'd say 1-0 in favor of Nice. Alright. So, predictions for Nice versus Angers. I would say I'm expecting under 3.5 goals for this game. In terms of a double chance, I'd say either team to win and both not to score. Correct score line, I am going with Nice to win this one 1-0. Alright, otherwise this might just very well end up in a draw game. Alright, so we're going to move right into our next game, which is Nantes versus Lens. And Lens, they have been doing very well. Started the season well. Let's look at the standings where they are now. They are third on 17 points, 2 points off the leaders PSG, and they're a number of goals behind them. Right? Yeah, the start of the season. Alright, let's just head straight into the predictions. For this game though, I am going to expect that it's not going to be easy for Lens. For me, it's just an early season run for them. By the end of the season, they are not going to be in the top 4 or the top 5, I believe. They might finish about 7th or 6th if they manage to hold some of the form together. Alright, but predictions for this game, I am saying here that we're going to have a win for Nantes. We're going to have a win here for Nantes. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying 1-0 in favor of Nantes. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and under 3.5. In terms of the handicap system, I would go for Lens +2. No, better yet, I'll go for Lens +2. Well, Nantes +2 gives us a better odds, so we go for Nantes +2. Sorry about that for the delay. Recapping my predictions for Nantes versus Lens, I'm expecting Nantes to win this game, expecting Nantes to win by a goal. And also, in terms of a double chance, I'd say Nantes or Lens to win and goal and under 3.5 goals. In terms of a handicap system, I'll go with Nantes to win this one. Nantes to win this one by, well, this is not by 2 goals. This is Nantes would start the game here. Let me explain this. Nantes would start the game with an advantage of 2 goals. So Lens would be 2 goals down. And in order for us to win this bet here, Nantes just have to ensure that they don't lose the game by 2 goals. Alright? And then we would have won this bet. Alright, so those were my predictions for the Nantes versus Lens game, and we're going to jump straight into the next one, which is Lyon versus PSG. Lyon, they have been doing really well at home, and I think PSG playing in the Champions League. I think Lyon also plays in Europe this week too, so this is going to be a funny one. I think this one might end up being a draw, folks. Believe it or not, this one might end up being a draw. So for me, I am going to go with under 4.5 in terms of goals. Both teams to score, I would say no. In terms of a double chance, I'd say either team to win and both not to score. In terms of a score line, I just feel like this game is going to end in a draw based on how these teams tend to play after playing in Europe. But Lyon, they have had a good home record over the last couple of games. But they've been poor on the road. I don't know, that form might follow them home. But anyways, yes, I'm going to go with here PSG to win this one 2-0. And in terms of a double chance, well, they don't need another double chance. Yeah. Well, if you want to go, we can also go with PSG to win by a goal in the handicap system. That means they need to score 2 goals or more. Unanswered, that is. Recapping predictions for PSG versus Lyon. And I'm expecting under 4.5 goals for this game. Both teams to score, I'd say no. In terms of double chance, I'd say either team to win and both not to score. And in terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying 2-0 in favor of PSG. And also on the handicap system, I'll go with PSG to win this game by a goal. Also, just a little caveat, I think this game could end in a draw. So if you want to do like outrageous betting slip where you're betting you're betting on the underdogs and all of that, I think this one would be one that you could add to your slip as a drawn. Alright, so those were the predictions for the French League on for this week, and I hope that you have a great week. Continue to watch my videos, subscribe to my channel, share, and happy betting. Thank you very much for your time and have a great rest of the day. Bye.